Today I'm going to show you guys how to get your career started inside of real estate as an investor with no money, no license, or even no experience, no credential needed. Once again guys, my name is Andrew Powell. I was a truck driver for the past 10 years and this is how my real estate career got started. I'm a full-time investor for the past 5 years, and a concept called wholesaling is what let me make my first 100,000 inside of the first year inside of real estate. A concept called wholesaling. Now it is a very basic 3-step concept. A concept where you find distressed homeowner or distressed houses. Let's say distressed houses. You put that house under contract and you sell that contract for a fee to an end buyer. And of course, I'm going to break down all the roles of these people. Now, one would ask, why is it that, what is a distressed home? Let's go off of that. Now, a distressed home, guys, you can find a distressed home everywhere, locally and virtually. Locally, you can look at a house and can tell that this house is a distressed house. The grass high, the window busted, the roof look like it a cave in, the house want for paint. You can look at a house and can tell that this home is a distressed home. Those are the people that you're targeting. Why you're targeting those people? Because there is a problem to be solved. Whenever there's a distressed home, there is a problem to be solved, and as a wholesaler, that's exactly what you are. You are a problem solver. So I'm going to put the word wholesaler right here, sir. And underneath it, I'm going to put problem solver. Now, as a distressed house, there's a bunch of situations that can cause this distress. One, outside of the fact that the house look distressed, so we're going to put house look distressed. It can be somebody who going through a divorce and they need to sell the house via cash real quick. It can be a probate situation. Probate situation meaning a lady die and she leave the house to her kids, and her kids don't want to take on the house because them also have a house for themselves, so them willing to sell that house at a discounted price because them just don't want the headache of a house that was dead and leave. You can also find pre-foreclosure. Now guys, as you can see from my shirt, my very first deal when I close is a pre-foreclosure because that's my specialty. And my very first pre-foreclosure deal, not my very first deal, but the very first pre-foreclosure deal net me $20,000. That was the assignment fee on my first pre-foreclosure deal. I also closed deal that will come from tired landlord. Somebody who might live in a different state, have a house inside of this state, rent it to a tenant, the tenant completely destroy the property, the person just don't have the time for come over this side to see what the property is about, them don't want to fix it, them just want to remove themselves from the property. This is where guys, you as a wholesaler become a problem solver. I'm going to teach you guys about acquisition and how to find problem to solve for homeowner and not make it about the property. But I'm just a teacher the basic concept of wholesaling. Guys, this concept made me over $80,000 my very first year I do it. The very first deal was $20K, and of course I have other deals inside of the year where amount to $80,000, right? So going back to this, your end buyer is a cash buyer. Now, who is a cash buyer? A cash buyer is somebody who has cash or access to cash. Sometimes we call these your flippers. I flip property too, so I can be a cash buyer. But I don't have to have cash for buy, but I can have access, cash access. I flip property without using any of my money before, guys, and I will get into that at a later date. But can show you guys how is it that you can actually flip a property by getting a loan or getting even some payments, meaning private money lender for either come in and fund the deal once the number makes sense. But I'm going to get into that soon. I just want to teach you about wholesaling and how it is as a wholesaler. It is because remember, you are the middleman. All you're doing, the 3-step process is this, guys. You get the home underneath contract and you're selling your equitable interest of that contract to a end buyer. Now, let's do numbers to kind of make it a little bit clearer. This house worth $250,000 once it's all fixed up. Because the home distress and the grass high, I could draw the house. I could come over here and draw the house. So the grass high, the roof busted, the window them busted also. So this is a property that needs work. Now remember, the resale value for this house is 250,000. Once you fix it up and make it look good, which the cash buyer also do, this house now worth 250. I'm gonna come in and with negotiation skills and solving the problem of removing this house from this person who is going through a tough time, whatever the time is. Say for instance, it's a tired landlord. This person rented to a tenant and the tenant destroyed the house completely. Just to make you have a whole idea and a whole context as what is it that you're doing as a problem solver. 250. You negotiate with this person and say, hey, listen, this house might need $70,000 to renovate it, based on the damage that has been done to the house. So now you need the house at least 180. If you subtract this from this. So you yourself are going to also put in a $10,000 fee for yourself. So now that 180 now become, so from this, 70 for the renovation cost, you subtract that. Your 10,000, you subtract that. Plus the cash buyer, him probably want to make 30,000. So these, and plus you have fees also. Don't forget guys, you have fees that go along with this, which 90% of the time it is, call it 8% of that. So you need additional, let's move this because you need fees. So this are the wholesale money. You are going to put the home underneath contract for, let's say, this is 100,000 already, 110. So let's say you get this house at 100,000. So the person say, okay, I'll sell you this house for 100,000. Now one would ask, Andrew, why is it that this person would have sold you a house that's valued at 250,000 for 100K? Guys, you're exchanging speed and convenience for a little bit of equity. Distressed homeowner is willing to sell the house at a discounted price to get rid of the problem. Because if she or if the person who has the home do not sell at a discount price, that means they would have to list this property. This is an investor property, right? So if this person don't want to deal with the headache of listing it, going through agent, somebody coming in, hey, you have to fix the window, hey, you have to fix the roof, you have to cut the grass in order to sell this house at 250. Them don't want to go through the headache. So them willing to sell this at a discounted price for exchange for speed and convenience. What is speed? The speed is that your end buyer can close this deal within 2 weeks. Now, if this person go list this house on the market, this might take 60 days before it sells. Now, outside of the 60 days, there's realtor fees, there's closing costs, there's a bunch of fees that comes with listing this house on the market. I'm saying as a wholesaler, hey, I'll give you the 100,000, you don't have to fix any windows, you don't have to fix any roof, you don't have to cut any grass. I will take the property as is, because at this price, it allows this cash buyer, as the flipper, can come in and make some money. It can allow me, who's solving the problem, who went out and market. Remember guys, these things take marketing in order to get to these homeowners. So you don't want to pay yourself 10K to solve this problem. Also the renovation comes from it. This house needs $70,000 worth of work. And hey, listen, I'll give you this house for 100K. The homeowner agrees, you put the house under contract and you find an end buyer, you package the deal together, you solve the problem of removing everything from the house. This person get 100K, you get 10K, the flipper get to make 30K, the agent get for them 6%, and everybody win. Sell the house for 100K. Now, of course, we're going to break this down a little bit in terms of marketing, in terms of outreach, in terms of acquisition, and in terms of disposition. We're going to break this down in our next video. But before, I want to give you an overall vision of what a wholesaler is. It is not going in and taking advantage of no one, because that is a stigma that is being attached to wholesaler. It's you going in, find a problem. There's a bunch of problem going on whenever you find a distressed house. I remember this one story, and I don't want to draw out the video, but there was this one story where this lady, she wanted to sell the home. She was going through pre-foreclosure where she was behind on payments. She wanted to sell the home, but she didn't know how to move to the next location because she have lived in this house for 20,000. So what I had was to literally find a location for this lady to be replaced, find the moving crew for actually move her stuff and get her over in the next place comfortably. And she told me, once you can do that for me, once I went in and solved that problem, I've given her a comfort inside her next place and also making sure that she gets some money inside her pocket. She said, hey Andrew, we're willing to sell the property at a discounted wanted price, but I just need some help with moving. Now, if I did go in and just want to purchase the house and never wanted to add any type of value to the transaction, then of course she wouldn't did even want to sell me the home. Everybody else coming in asking, hey, sell me the home, sell me the home. Nobody wanted to add value by solving the issue of getting on to our next destination, which that's what I did. And from that deal, I never actually make, that wasn't the deal when we make 20K from, but from that deal, guess how much money we make, guys, by solving that problem? 35K. And she was okay with it. So guys, I'm not gonna stretch out the video, but just want to give a concept of what the wholesaling, because I'm gonna do a series of video for show you how these things is broken down, from marketing to acquisition to disposition to outreach and all of that. But I wanted was to give you an idea of what is it that wholesaler does. This guy's concept made me the first $80,000 in the first year by applying this concept. Of course, we'll do the fix and flip, about that is a video for your next day. Just like, share and subscribe. I'm gonna cut the video now because I want to keep it short, nice and precise. Just like, share, and anything you don't understand, if you want to break it down in our next video as to what is it that you don't understand, please leave it inside of the comment, guys. We're not gonna stay too long. Shout out to the Jamaican community, shout out to the Caribbean community, shout out to everybody, by the way. See you next time. As I'm here teacher always say, I want this underneath my nose. I'm out? Okay.